Okay. So what we have taken about this Qlient one, right? So Qlient one is what we have taken.
Right.
In reference to the Qlient integrated practice management system. Integrated practice management system, we have taken a module relating to claim management, right? So this is what we have taken. So in reference to the claim management, if you can see here, claim management, where we need to create and process the claims, right? That's what generally the first thing.
Right.
Ram, right? So creating and processing claims is what we have to do first. We want to create and if you want to create and process claims, all that, normally here is a test case where we have to write down the scenarios. So before you are going to write the test cases and all everything, first of all, test scenario we have to write. Understand? Right. Yeah. So test scenario, we have to write down the test scenario. Now, what is the test scenario for this? Creation of processing claims is what generally the test scenario is. Right or not? Right?
Right.
Creating and processing claims. Right? So this is what generally the scenario is. Understand? Right?
Yeah,
now, if you want to create and process claims, what is that you have to do first? So first of all, there are some procedures we have to write down here. Am I right?
Right.
Right. So there are some procedures. Now, what are can you tell me one procedure for that first? If you want to create and process claims, right? What is that we have to do first? Creating and processing claims.
Yeah, I think we have to go through the system, right?
Go to
claim management system.
Claim management system. Okay. Next.
Yeah, I'll provide credential to that system.
No. Claim management system is the one thing. Okay. Next procedure.
Right. Login, right?
Next procedure, right? So go to claim management system is the first procedure. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So this is the first one. Once you are going into the claim management system, the next thing is that show the list of fields, right? So this is what generally it was. Am I right or not? Right?
Yeah, right.
List of fields has to be seen over here, right? So this is required. So once the list of fields we have shown, the next is select an option for registration. First of all, you need to register. Am I right?
Right.
Because if you want to create and process claims, what is that we have to do? First of all, we have to register ourselves. Am I right? Yes or no? Wrong.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So registration. So once the selecting a registration and all, next updating the patient details. Updating the patient details. Why? Because claim processing for whom we are doing? For the patients only. Am I right?
Right.
Yes or no? Ram. Right?
Yeah, right.
Updating the patient details. Once updating the patient details, what we have to do?
Updating the provider detail.
Connect to the claim submission form. claim submission form. Okay,
Right.
claim submission form. So once the claims are, once you have connected the claim submission form, what is that we have to do? What is that we have to do?
Connect to the claim submission. So fill out the form.
Fill all the necessary details. Am I right? Yes or no?
Right.
Fill all the necessary details. Next, once you have filled all the necessary details in the claim submission form, what next?
Submit that claim submission form.
Submission. Fill all the necessary details forms. Connect to your application. Okay. Your application. Right. So.
Connect to health rule. Let's say, yeah.
Sorry.
Let's say what you mean the application means this like health rule, health is right?
No, health edge, health edge.
Right.
Connect to health edge. Because yours is a payer application, right?
Right.
Connect to health edge. Okay. Health edge. Next. Process this to clearinghouse. Process this to clearinghouse. Okay. Understand? Ram.
Connect to health, then process this to clearinghouse.
Clearinghouse. Because, say, you can see here, for example, yeah, for example, when there is a claim form which was created, what is that you are doing now? This claim form, whatever you are created, first of all, you are sending it to the clearinghouse. Am I right?
Right.
Yes or no? Right?
Yeah, right.
In this clearinghouse only, this claim scrubber and all everything happen here only. Understand? Right?
It should, yeah.
Are you following or not?
Yeah, I'm following that.
See, here the claim form has submitted. So what is that you have to do? Because testing team has to verify and validate whatever the 857 document which was submitted by the team is right or not. That is what being a testing person you are doing, right or not?
Right. Yeah.
So you are verifying and validating the details, whether whatever the details was mentioned by them was right or not.
Right.
Do you understand? Right?
Understood, yeah.
So where it will happen? Where it will happen? It will happen
in clearinghouse.
Right? Because
Right.
claim scrubber and all everything happen in the clearinghouses. So clearinghouse has to verify and validate. So once we have verified and validated, what will happen? Automatically it will be moved into the payer location. Am I right?
Right.
Yes or no? No. Right?
Right.
Process this to the clearinghouse and submit this finally to
Yeah.
payer. Okay. Okay. These are the steps. Now, here we need to write down two things now. One is expected result. Second is actual result. Okay.
Right.
Two things. Expected result means what customer is expecting. Generally, this is what we prepare first. Once we do the testing, whatever the developer has developed is equal to the expected result, then we consider that this condition is pass.
Right.
Otherwise, we consider that this condition is failed.
Fail.
And whatever the failed defect details will be mentioned over here. Clear to you, right?
Yeah, right.
Understood, Ram? Clear?
Understood.
Now, what we have to do, first of all, we need to write down the expected results or the process, okay, whatever it is. Now, go to claim system. So, what is that we have to write down under the expected results? We
We are able to
show the
log into the system successfully, right?
XYZ. For example, I'm just writing as XYZ, okay, Sam. So, show the XYZ claims management system. Okay, show the XYZ claims management system. First of all, means procedure means go to claims means what is XYZ, whatever the XYZ claim management system we are using, right? So
Right.
that we have to connect with. Am I right?
Right.
That is what we call it as health edge. Okay, right? Show that. Next, we need to list out the fields. What are the fields we need to list out?
The fields means
In the claim form, in the claim management system, where we have to list out the fields. Selecting the type of claim, selecting the type of claim. Next, date of service. Next, subscriber ID. Are you following?
yeah, I'm following.
Right. So subscriber ID, select the type of claim, date of service, subscriber ID. Next, what next?
Have a claims, server ID,
Membership suffix.
Yeah.
Membership suffix. Next,
next that will be
membership suffix. Next one, member name. Who is member name?
member name is it the patient name or the
Patient
provider?
name. Patient name. Patient name. Right? Diagnosis. Right or not?
Yeah.
Next, service provider. Service provider means
Service provider is the hospital or
hospital.
clinic.
Hospital.
Yeah, primary clinic, right?
Right? Hospital. Next, total charges. Right?
Right.
Next, from to service date. Am I right?
Right.
Next, place of service. Place of service means which locality this service is happening. Means where exactly the provider location is. Right? Either it can be east, it can be west or something. Right? Next,
Right.
procedure code. Am I right?
Right.
Next, revenue code. Revenue code. Next, Health edge. Type of service code. Because for health edge, there is a service code as separate, right? There are service codes for, and the pair applications what we are using. Am I right? Right? Yes or no?
They have separate service code, right?
Yes. Because for these payers, there are separate service codes will be there. That service code details has to be mentioned over here. Yes or no? Right? Are you following or not?
Yeah, I'm following you.
Okay. Next. After that, select an option for registration. What is that we need to do? We need to have registration field has to appear, right?
So here
Field has to.
registration means registration of patients or what is it?
Registration means customer ID registration because claim form you are submitting for each client, right?
Right. The client means here the patient, right?
Sorry?
Client means patient in our case.
Patient. Right. Patient. See, claim form to whom we are submitting on behalf
of patients from the provider side, right?
Yes or no, right? So
Yeah.
registration details of whom? Registration details of patient only.
Right.
Yes or no, right?
Right.
So registration details of the patient we have to submit. Yes or no, right?
Yeah. Right.
So registration field has to appear followed by the registration number.
Right.
Okay. Next, updating the patient details. Yeah. So here what are all has to come? Patient details means name of the patient. Yes.
Yeah.
Next,
And,
gender.
but the demographic details, right?
Name of the patient, gender details. Next,
Address there, demographic details of client.
date of birth.
Yeah.
Next,
Demographic detail.
yeah, we have to list out everything, not just simply writing as demographic details.
Yeah, address, right?
We have to write each and everything. So demographic, just we cannot simply write demographic details.
Yeah.
So we have to write each and every. Then only the otherwise there is no point in doing testing.
Yeah, I got it. It will be more generalized.
If you want to do the testing one, each and every field has to be appeared as it is expected.
Yeah, understood.
Right, so that's what it is. Right, so name of the patient, gender, date of birth. Next,
Address, that is address, city, country, complete address.
reason of
Reason of admit, right?
reason of visiting hospital. Right. Okay. Type of stay. Means what I can say, inpatient or outpatient.
Right.
Because some people are inpatients. Some people are outpatient. Okay. Next. updating the patient details, patient name, gender, date of birth, right? Reason, type of stay, doctor details, right? So all this information has to be updated over here, right?
Yeah.
Right. Now, next is connecting to the claim submission form, right? Connecting to the claim submission form. So for claim submission, what is the number we are using? 837, right? 837 is what we are using. Right. 837. Now, in this 837 again, there are two things. If you are mentioning about institutional claims, you have to connect 837A, 837I. Okay.
Yeah.
If it is professional and all, we need to connect with 837 pre.
Got it.
Okay. Now assume that this is institutional claim, right? So hence we are connecting form to the 837.
Yes. Right.
Okay. Yes or no? Right.
Yeah. Understood.
Next. So once form using 837 and all, next about fill all the necessary details. What are all the details?
So there is a claim details, right?
Under 837. Okay. Details which are related to 837I. Okay. 837I. The information such as the same information over there, right? Whatever information we have taken, the same information will be followed by subscriber ID,
subscriber name,
right? So these details. Okay.
Yeah.
Understood, Ram? Clear?
Yeah, understood.
I am not writing, and again, I'm just copying paste, right? So these are the necessary details because initially we have to take the list of fields. And whatever the fields we have created in that fields, what we have to do? We have to update the details. The first one is field creation. You are creating the fields. Okay.
Yeah.
So once you have created fields, what you are doing? You are updating the data.
Right.
Understand or not?
Yeah, understood.
For example, you want to log into the mail account. First of all, what is that you have to do? First of all, you have to create login credentials, right? Right. After that, it will show you user ID password. Later, if you want to sign, then you have to give user ID password in the fields. Am I right?
Right.
So, first of all, what we did in the first level, we have created the fields. Once we have created the fields, we have to update the fields over here.
Right.
Understood, Ram? Clear?
We are writing the value in this section. First, we have just open the screen, right? Like that. Sorry. First, we have just in this step we are putting the value on this field, right?
Yes. Right. We have to mention all the necessary details of the claim form because we are connecting to 837I, right? Right. So whatever is required under 837I at the time of submission and all everything, so those details has to be updated over here.
Right.
Understand? Clear?
Yeah, understood.
Next, connect to health edge means connect to the health edge application. Connect to the health edge application.
Let's say health rule
by
pair.
Giving the URL address. Okay, URL address has to be given.
Right.
Understood, Ram? Clear?
So, so until now, the previous was was different system, and now we are connecting to the different system, right? We are first we
Yes.
are these are the provider system.
This is for the provider side.
Provider system.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever we are doing here is a payer side.
Right.
Understand?